What's good, YouTube? It's been a little bit since I've posted a video, and it's been a little bit since I've done a episode of building the backhand, but recently I just got my form reviewed on Overthrow Disc Golf. If you guys didn't know, you can subscribe to their Patreon for like $15 a month, and every month you can get a form review from them. I'll leave a link to the live stream where they did it at. I'm not going to show the whole thing here because my section is like a couple minutes long, but if you guys wanted to watch the whole thing, you can look up this video. The link should be in the description. So today I'm going to do some field work on the form changes that I was given to work on, and then just some general field work. I've got a whole bunch of new discs that I haven't gotten to throw and haven't gotten to test out much, and I might want to add to my bag. So just seeing how my discs fly, doing some drilling, some reps, just working on some form. It's been a long time since we've had good enough weather to do good field work sessions, so now that it's nice out, I'm going to take advantage of it. Going to start out with a little bit of a warm-up, just throw a couple putters. I got this nice Berg from Players Pack from the White Rose Open. Super clean looking. Only thrown a Berg like once, but I liked it when I threw it from my boy Josh Robbins, who has one, so I'm going to test it out for my bag. And ESP Luna that I haven't thrown yet, so just going to give these a shot, get a couple warm-up reps. So looking at that video there, I guess I can talk a little bit about the tip that I got from Overthrow, which is that I am coming forward too quickly. Basically, the timing for the backhand is supposed to be that your lead foot comes down and you fully plant and brace at the peak of your extension, and then you start coming through. And I start to come through pretty much as soon as my toe comes down, so I'm not really braced yet, and then I'm already here, and I'm losing a lot of the full length of my reach back, which is costing me power. So I want to see how badly I was doing that here. In my practice swings, I was doing pretty well, but let's see how I was doing when I actually threw. Yeah, so there's my foot touching, and then I don't actually fully plant until right there, and I'm already like halfway forward. Not even looking at the pull-through angle, I know that's bad too, but just looking at that, I can tell I'm coming forward too early. So what I'm going to do is the drills that I was prescribed from Josh at Overthrow, which is to drill with a pause. So basically I'm going to do my normal run up, and then I'm going to get here and I'm going to pause right here first, and then I'm going to throw, and just sort of start drilling that timing of this is when I come through, and then over time, over many reps, try to slowly decrease that pause until eventually my full speed one singular motion form is the correct timing of plant, brace, come through. So that's what I'm going to do. Probably some reps with just the rest of the discs that I have here with me, just really exaggerating that plant, pause, and waiting, and then coming through. So the idea here is just normal form, get to here, plant, brace, and then come through. And just going to rep that over and over and over again. It feels weird actually throwing from here with a full reach back, because I think I'm so used to with my original timing that by the time I brace, I'm already here, that it just feels awkward. But this is why we're doing this drill, because this drill exaggerates sort of the opposite end of what I'm doing. So right now what I'm doing is really bad, and in order to break that muscle memory, I need to take what's really bad in one direction and pretty much just over exaggerate it all the way in the other direction, so that I can sort of break that muscle memory that I have, and then I can kind of find the comfortable middle ground where I really want things to be. Film a couple from the back here so you guys can see some disc flights. One of the new discs I'm trying out is this Halo Savant that I just got. I think the Savant might be a good disc for me. I don't know how stable this Halo one's going to be, but this will be my first throw with it, so let's see. Yeah, on a Hyzer, just didn't show any sign of flipping up at all. Maybe with the full run up, I'd get a little bit of flip out of it, but definitely very much did not want to flip up and over for sure. And then got these twin 4-time Macbeth Thunderbirds that I pulled out of the used bin. Been testing these out for my Thunderbird slot in the bag instead of the Jeremy Colling ones I've been bagging. Very nice Thunderbird flight. Honestly, that's Halo Savant kind of flies like these Thunderbirds out of the box. So when that gets beat in, that should be a very nice disc, very reliable, straight to stable disc. Pulling them over to the right a little bit on my plant here, just kind of like, I think I'm just bringing my body forward too fast and I ended up releasing over here. So I'm going to try to be conscious of that on the pull through too. Couple more discs that I'm going to try out here. Just pulled this Wild Honey out of the used bin. I've never thrown anything from Clash, but every time I've felt this steady plastic, it feels so good. And I've seen a couple people throw this Wild Honey and the flight looks nice. So I'm going to give it a shot for myself. Oh yeah, I mean from a standstill that got just like a little bit of flip up, and I think we have a little bit of a tailwind here, so everything's going to be a little bit more stable, but I think that's going to be a very nice disc for me to throw. A couple new guys I just got today too. Got one of these special edition Craves. The Crave has been back in my bag recently and I've been loving it. I think I'm going to be sticking with the Crave as my flippy slash straight-ish 7-speed for a while. And then I got one of these Halo Champ Owen Scoggins destroyers, which should be overstable, which is what I want it to be. I want a overstable destroyer. All of my destroyers I have right now are pretty straight, a little bit of flip up. I want that good, reliable, overstable destroyer, so I'm hoping that this is that. Try to Crave first. Ooh, that Crave is pretty stable in this tailwind. Did not get more than just a touch of flip up. It was a pretty decent Hyzer angle that I threw it on, but showed no sign of getting out of that. So that's going to be a nice one to season in. Let's try this destroyer out. I'm really hoping this thing's beefy, and this tailwind it definitely should be. Oh yeah. Very, very overstable. I think that's going to be exactly what I want it to be. So, looking at these clips here, obviously I was super over exaggerating the pause in these. So, obviously it's going to be good. I want to see what my pull through looks like. I need to skip to one that's in slow-mo, I guess. I want to see what my pull through looks like if I made it better at all with pausing, because then it shows it's just an issue of me rushing and not completing the movement how I should. I definitely still do pull through a little high. It's kind of just like a bad habit that I've built up of coming in like this when I really probably should be coming in like this. So that's not the focus of this drill, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm worrying about making sure that I plant and brace, or at least begin my brace with the arm totally extended, so that I don't lose any power coming through before I'm actually planted and ready to throw. So obviously this is a change that's going to take a while to implement into my form. That's why I'm doing these drills. And I think that's the important lesson here, is that you need to have the patience and take the time to do things like this and know that it's not going to come instantaneously. If you just try to go out and say, oh, I'm just going to implement this form change in my game and go play around, it's not going to work. I was trying to implement this change in my brain when I went to play around at Jordan, which if you live around here, you know it's a pretty hard course. And I was shanking everything. I was yanking my shots over to the right because I was so focused on this plant, and then I was just not knowing where my disc was going to go. When you're playing around, you need to think about the line that you're trying to hit, not your form. So what you need to do if you're going to try to work on your form is come out to a field like this where there's nothing in the way, there's no stakes, there's no score, nothing on the line, and just throw and understand that you're not going to throw great and your shot's going to be all over the place and they're going to be weird, but the more you keep working out this form in here and doing these drills, it's going to get better and better. So that's the plan for the rest of the day. I'm just going to keep repping this drill over and over again until it feels a little more comfortable, and then slowly start to remove that pause a little bit. Instead, kind of go for a pause like this. And slowly get rid of that pause until eventually, in my real form, I can go and come all the way through with no pause and the timing is right. So it's going to take some time, going to take some work, but I'm going to do it, and I hope by the next time we do a building the backhand that I've made a lot of progress on this. I hope by the next time I get a form review, I've made a lot of progress on this so I can move on to something else, but just got to be patient and give myself time to do it right. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you liked it, give it a like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.